The South American ticker tape welcome for the Liverpool team taking the field in the match that will decide whether or not they keep the English League Championship. Now there goes Mike Hooper in only his 8th league appearance to stand in front of the Kop, taking over the jersey normally worn by Bruce Grobbelaar, who's missing today because he fractured an elbow at Manchester United last Saturday. Hooper, if you follow soccer in Ireland, you may remember, played for Liverpool in Cork against the Irish selection back in August after Grobbelaar was hurt in the Charity Shield. He's a man of no major experience, but that will matter little when the action is on here, because he's the man between Everton and success. The Liverpool lineup then has Hooper in goal, and one other change from the side which lost to Manchester United on Monday. Jan Milbu resumes wearing number 10, and Paul Walsh is demoted to substitute. Gary Ablett continuing in the midfield, which also includes Ronnie Whelan and Nigel Spackman. And Everton take the field in front of a capacity crowd of 49,000. Wayne Clark, their transfer deadline beating signing from Birmingham City. 5 goals in the last 5 games for Everton, and a man bang in form, as is the team. A hat-trick against Newcastle United on Monday, helping Everton to their 7th consecutive victory. Everton's lineup, Kevin Sheedy back in it after passing a fitness test. Also checked this morning Gary Stevens and Peter Reid, who are both okay. So those are the Everton changes from the side which defeated Newcastle on Monday. A side led by Kevin Ratcliffe from the back. It's a balmy spring afternoon in Anfield. The terrace tickets at £2.60 apiece were changing hands at anything up to £50 outside. Everybody, but everybody in Liverpool wants to be at this game. That's Ian Snowden, another recent acquisition by Everton. And here's Ian Rush, his last Mersey derby. He's played in 19, and he's got 17 goals to show for it. Well, this match, the match that will decide who's going to be champions in 1987, quite simply, if Everton win it, Liverpool can forget about it, because although they can equal Everton on points, should Everton lose all their remaining matches and Liverpool win theirs, Liverpool's goal difference is so inferior, 15 goals inferior, that it has to be Everton for the title if they win here today. And the thoughts now of John Giles on the possible course of the coming 90 minutes.
Well, it's very difficult to understand Kenny Dalglish's selection, because he's left Walsh out and brought Mulby back in, and I don't see who's going to play up alongside Rush in a game that they must win. I think that favours Everton a little bit. Everton have had a good run lately, and a draw will suit them down to the ground. I'll go for a draw today.
John Giles expecting a point apiece, as Kevin Sheedy, just masked from view, resuming after injury in the Everton lineup. He had a knee injury, but he's okay again. Jack Chark will be an interested spectator to see how Sheedy gets on. 15 goals for Everton he's got this season, and operates, of course, on the left. Referee here today, Neil Midgley, from not very far away, Salford, Greater Manchester. He's the cup final referee. You'll see him in action against between Tottenham and Coventry on cup final day, May the 20th. And despite that, Neil Midgley said to us down below before he get changed for this game that cup final or no cup final, he reckons this is a bigger game. The Mersey derby with the English League Championship at stake. Gary Ablett savouring the moment. Only his 6th appearance in the first team. And you may remember, if you follow soccer at Sports Stadium, that he played for Liverpool in place of Alan Hansen when we covered them at Charlton just before Christmas. Well, let's hope the game takes a rather more positive line than that coin, the way it was tossed there. It looked pretty indecisive, but obviously somebody's won the toss. And it looks as though it could well be the home team. Little protocol still to be gone through, with the mascots on halfway. This is the 136th meeting of these teams in the league. Interesting point about Everton's recent form here. They went 15 years without winning in the league until 2 seasons ago, and since then they haven't lost here, nor have they conceded a goal. So it would be a hat-trick of victories for Everton if they were to secure the league championship here this afternoon. Liverpool have won the toss. Everton will kick off in blue and white, playing left to right, attacking the Kop in the first half. And Ian Snowden and Peter Reid are together with the ball. And that's the game on. Reid for Paul Power. And a superb atmosphere in Anfield, as only you would expect, for Liverpool against Everton with the English League Championship at stake. Dave Watson, he was on the staff here at Anfield, but no longer, very much an Everton man now, former Norwich City defender. This is Paul Power for Adrian Heath, and now Sheedy. But Gillespie can see that one back to Hooper, and a steadying touch for the Liverpool goalkeeper. Gary Stevens underneath that. Away by Ablett, who's slotting in at left back. Spackman falling over. Reid. And now Trevor Stephen. And the flag from the linesman is up. The whistle is sounded. And this frenetic atmosphere produces its first free kick. And that is to Everton. Noise all around in Anfield as Gary Stevens takes this free kick. Plucked out of the air with confidence by Mike Hooper. Just the sort of start he would want. And now Craig Johnston. Wilby. And Venison. Played up towards Rush. Rush got the touch. And Stevens back to tidy it up.
It was very difficult. Rush is usually up front on his own, most forward player, but Spackman seems to be the newest player to him today. Got 5 in midfield, Liverpool, and I can't understand this in a match that they really want to win.
McMahon losing out to Reid, but now Rush. Ablett cut out by Trevor Stephen. A whistle is gone there. There was a little incident off the ball. Dave Watson taking the heels of Ian Rush, and the referee right on top of it spotted it and has awarded the free kick to Liverpool. And Mulvey up to McMahon, and Rush trying to find Johnston. Power in there, and Clark back to Sheedy. Cut out by Gillespie. Spackman. And Reid in the thick of things. Stumped forward again by Ratcliffe. No Everton man up there. And it's Barry Venison. Came into the side. And Jim Beglin broke his leg, pumping it upfield. And that's Stephen all the way back to Southall. It's another long ball to try and test Hansen. Pumped away by Ablett. Power up towards Heath. The taller Gillespie always going to win there. The head tennis continues. Snowden. Whistle. Heath backing into Gary Gillespie. And Liverpool quickly on with it. Johnston. Moby. Spackman running forward. Ratcliffe got there first. Now it's Johnston. And the ball out off Sheedy. Perfect conditions for this match. Only a hint of a breeze on a balmy afternoon. And the prize there to be won for Everton. There's Ablett again. Mulby. And he found good space to full back. Played up again to the Lone Ranger, Ian Rush. It's Clark, Wayne Clark now. Through that challenge of Whelans, it's now Stevens. Trevor Stephen. Hansen across and covering. And Reid busying himself. And the goal kick is what results. Peter Reid, who's missed all 5 previous meetings with the sides this season because of injury, savouring the moment here.
Well, I think this suits Everton down to the ground. Liverpool have 5 in midfield, and I think that won't be unhappy with that. Everton in a game that the points would really suit them well. I can't understand what Kenny Dalglish is doing there, really.
Whelan, Johnston chasing this. Radcliffe unsettled, but Watson there tidying up. Power. And that's beaten Gillespie. Here's Heath. Clark pulling away in the middle. Heath trying to drill it through Hansen. But the Liverpool skipper doing the business. Heath back to challenge again. Throw to Liverpool.
Hansen did extremely well there. Heath was caught in 2 minds. He was going to hit it with the outside of his right foot to Clark. And in the end, he changed his mind and had a shot. But Hansen was very quick to get back.
Well, that was to no one in particular from Benison. It's now Gary Stevens. Trying to find Trevor Stephen. But Everton possibly unhinged here. Stevens out of position. McMahon tried to play it through that channel, but the Everton defence snapping shot. But here's McMahon again. Space for Johnston. Early cross towards Rush, and Spackman there. Southall got it away. Knocked back in by Ablett. Rush. Whelan. And Southall perfectly positioned. And Ronnie Whelan, scorer of so many important goals for Liverpool. On the end of that. But Southall perfectly placed to make the save. That's for Heath in the corner. And out of play.
Well, it's been a very good start to the game. Both sides are playing it open, and Southall was in a good position there, as George has decided that, from Ronnie. Ronnie usually hits them well in that position.
Well, he never shows much emotion, Kenny Dalglish. Certainly, it's fair to say the team selection he announced caused surprise in more quarters than among ourselves. And the way they've taken the field, a 4-5-1 formation, certainly giving the initiative to Everton. Sheedy. And Radcliffe dispossessed by Spackman, but power there to tidy it up. Good length in that clearance from Southall. Gillespie winning, but now Sheedy. Johnston beating him. Ball out off Kevin Sheedy. Throw to Liverpool. This is Moby. McMahon coming to Ablett. Spackman. Whelan. McMahon. And Reid got the leg in, but Whelan there to make something of it. Now Johnston. Calling for Ablett. Spackman. Rush. And Ablett again. And Rush. Roll for McMahon. Super goal! And Steve McMahon, who hasn't had a goal to show for himself since January the 3rd, rifles in number 1. And it's 1-0 Liverpool.
That was as good a goal as you'll ever see. Great build-up. And he catches lovely with the outside of his right foot. And Southall is beating all ends up. But the build-up to that goal was great. And Ronnie Whelan was very, very prominent in that, with two exceptionally good passes.
Well, with midfielders like that, who needs extra strikers? 9 minutes gone, and Steve McMahon, the former Evertonian, has got such an important goal for Liverpool, and a goal to grace any occasion, but most certainly one that you'd love to see in a match of this importance. So our Everton Championship material. Got the free kick here. Power leaving it for Sheedy, and Moby putting it out. And just the kind of start that the game would wish for itself. Interesting early sparring, and then Steve McMahon there, right a picture, coming up to thump home that goal. And 1-0 Liverpool it is. Sheedy's corner. Might come to Power, but no rush is there. And now Hansen breaking from defence. Mulby running up ahead. Whelan through the middle, and Rush free on the left. Played to Whelan. Rush. Whelan again, battling on. Now Ablett. And Everton have got the men back. That's McMahon. Wonderful ball to Johnston. Liverpool really on song. Moby. And Ablett is onside. And Reid got the block in. Now back to Spackman. And Spackman shot, and Southall saved.
Well, Liverpool are really playing very well, and they've got the, I think, the competitive urge going today that they've been missing in recent weeks. I think they've played like this in the last 5 or 6 weeks. I think they'd be in the position that Everton are in now.
Remarkable to note that Liverpool's only win in their last 6 games was last Saturday. You may have seen it on Sports Stadium when they beat Nottingham Forest. But apart from that, they've had 5 defeats in the last half dozen matches, while Everton have won 7 in a row. And yet, it's Everton who are on the rack here, this early stage of this 136th Mersey derby, as Liverpool take the game to the champions-elect. Rush. That's towards Johnston, but too close to Power, that one. Stevens to Stephen. Wayne Clark had the backward header. It went rather forwards. Now, Rush for McMahon. And Rush again. Power cutting it out and moving forward. Now Reid. Ratcliffe. Snowden. Stevens. On the chest hooper, perhaps. No. Too much power in that. And behind for another goal kick to Liverpool from the England fullback.
That's the first time Reid has been involved in the game, and Snowden for Everton. And with Liverpool having 5 in midfield, and they've really got to compete against them and really get on top of them. But they haven't done that so far. Liverpool, with Mulby and McMahon particularly in midfield, and Ronnie Whelan have been on top.
Won by Ratcliffe. Ablett. Johnston, not what he intended to do with it. Now Spackman. And Johnston made that his. Important interception by Sheedy, but unable to keep the ball in play. Johnston to Ablett. Rush. And now McMahon. Too much of that shown to Sheedy. Played towards Heath. Gillespie had gone with him. Quarter of an hour of the match gone. And Steve McMahon's goal after 9 minutes. The difference between the sides at this moment. Liverpool 1, Everton 0. Liverpool have got themselves a free kick here. And Mike Hooper is the man who has got to try and organise the wall. Now Hooper conceded a goal from a similar position to Kevin Sheedy in the Super Cup final in his short run in the first team early in the season. Sheedy's done it again! A remarkable repeat of a sequence of events from earlier in the season when Kevin Sheedy spotted the gap and punished Mike Hooper.
Well, a great strike by Sheedy. He's deadly from those positions. A little bit unfair on Liverpool because I didn't think it was a free kick against Alan Hansen in the first place. But that's the way the game goes, and Liverpool have taken full advantage of it. They haven't really been playing well, and Liverpool have been well on top.
16 minutes of the match gone, and it's 1-1. Kevin Sheedy makes it all square. And Liverpool are now back where they started. And Everton, for whom victory here will mean the championship, have made sure that the daylight between the sides did not remain for too long. But what a remarkable opening quarter hour or so we've had. Two magnificent goals, and the scoreline reading 1-1. And now Liverpool to take it up. Barry Venison. Johnston. Mulby. And Whelan. Slotted through for Spackman. Ablett. Making rather a mess of that. It hasn't gone out. Watson. And Reed trying to bring it out of defence. Adrian Heath. The present of that to Mulby. Gillespie to Johnston. And Gillespie for Ablett. Out off Stephen. Throw to Liverpool. And there's Howard Kendall. And bedecked in Everton regalia, John Moore's famous old man of the Everton club. And the Everton contingent begin to sing. Having hauled Liverpool back in. What a game we have in our hands here. Now Sheedy. And easily plucked out of the air by Mike Hooper. And a chance for the other goalkeeper to handle it. And another little coincidence from this match, of course, the fact that Kevin Sheedy played for Liverpool once upon a time. just as Steve McMahon, the other goal scorer, used to play for Everton. And the perspiration dripping from Kevin Sheedy, an indication of just how warm an afternoon it is in the city of Liverpool. Reid and Whelan tangling there. And that's up towards Johnston, who's offside. A chance for a breather. And a game that has moved along at a marvellous pace.
Yeah, it's been a great start. Yeah, Sheedy's free kick was brilliant. And the fact he hasn't really been in the game at all. It doesn't really look very fit to me. But he certainly earned his wages this week with that free kick. Brilliant.
And here he is again. Off Venison. Gillespie up in the air. On by Spackman. Now Snowden. Stevens. And Stephen. Heath. And Stevens again. That'll come all the way to Power. And that's one for the Cop to cherish. Hasn't scored yet for Everton, his new career. And that looked less likely to than anything else he's put in so far.
That was a good chance for Power. He could have taken the ball down there. He was looking a little bit anxious today, and so was Ablett at left back for Liverpool. He's only a young lad. He's only sixth match, I think, his first derby game. But Power is an experienced player, and he could have done a lot better there in that position.
Stephen cut out by Moby. And now Sheedy. But there was some pushing there on Moby, so it's a free kick to Liverpool. Great start the Reds had, but then Sheedy pulling it back. Mike Hooper and his wall contriving to get it wrong, though there would be a school of thought that would say that nobody was going to stop Kevin Sheedy in that kind of form. Peter Reid penalised there for jumping in at McMahon. Free kick to Liverpool. Moby. Rush. McMahon. And Whelan trying to dig it out. And it's come to Ablett. Moby. And Venison caught rather in no man's land there. In no position to take advantage of the through ball. And a free kick. Moby on Reid. Reid having his sixpence worth with the Big Dane. At least they speak in a similar accent. Jan Moby, since he's been here, has picked up his English with a Scouse accent. Wayne Clark and Alan Hansen. Radcliffe's free kick. It's come towards Stephen. Got the cross out. And Heath up there. And Hooper well placed to make the save. Adrian Heath isn't the tallest of strikers. But he got an unobstructed header at that. A good cross by Trevor Stephen. Heath was at the back. Johnston and Venison got in each other's way there. Midway through the first half, Liverpool won, Steve McMahon. Everton won, Kevin Sheedy. And Whelan and Clark tangling there, and Whelan rather overreacting. Clark went in hard with a challenge, and Ronnie Whelan obviously unhappy about it. Attempting to exact his own retribution. And we'll see what happened here. Down they went. And Whelan was clearly unhappy about the challenge that Clark made on him. And reacted very angrily.
I think Clark was a little bit late there, but I think if Ronnie had a bad knock, he wouldn't have been able to get up and have a go at throttling him. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. So I think he did catch him a little bit on the line. Clark was a little bit late coming in there.
Well, Wayne Clark was, in fact, spoken to by the referee while we were having a look at the incident again. But nothing more than a word of warning. Ronnie Whelan fit to resume. I just get the impression there might be a few little vendettas going on out there. Johnston now, beaten by Sheedy. And again, Sheedy into dispossess. This time, Heath unable to keep it in play. And some reorganisation being attempted by the Liverpool manager. Formation very definitely 4-5-1. A formation that one felt had been patented by David Fleet and Tottenham, who leave up Clive Allen most of the time on his own. Here it's Ian Rush who's being left as the lone striker. Everton coming, Clark the layback to Heath, and the clearance by Johnston. Watson back into the danger zone. Reid. So determined was he to get that ball. Two Liverpool men closed on him. He felt he'd been fouled.
I think there's a couple of vendettas going out there. I think Reid was a little bit unlucky there because two of them had a go. Mulby and McMahon had a real go, and he was entitled to look for a free kick there.
Watson firm-headed again. Clark up. Climbing all over Gillespie, but the advantage with Liverpool. This time a free kick awarded against Kevin Ratcliffe.
Game is a little bit ratty. I think Reid is involved in a few vendettas here with Mulby and the other two.
Reid, of course, who's making his first appearance against Liverpool this season. Injury keeping him out after the World Cup until January. Well, here's Liverpool with Spackman. Johnston not just tall enough for that. Sheedy. Played too long. Now Venison, Wayne Clark with him. And Johnston barging in, and Sheedy getting the ball away. Getting a knock. Sheedy said to have fouled him there. We'll just see what happened.
Just run away from here to see whether Sheedy went over the ball here a little bit. Run away from him. His left foot. I thought but he didn't. It's not really. Once you see him going up in the air like that, he shouldn't be seriously hurt. I don't think you really caught him with his foot.
So a little word from Neil Midgley for Kevin Sheedy. Craig Johnson is seen to by Roy Evans. And Kenny Dalglish. Just shouting instructions to his midfielders, Spackman and Mulby. Paul Walsh, the Liverpool substitute this afternoon. Walsh was dropped to make way for the inclusion of Jan Mulby, fit again. Might well be on here if this injury to Johnston does indeed turn out to be serious. Game has gone 29 minutes. We've had a stoppage of about a minute here. 1-1. McMahon and Sheedy, the goal scorers. In each case against their former club. Well, Johnson is in fact going to leave the field for some more treatment on the touchline. Half an hour of the match gone. Liverpool 1, Everton 1 in this 136th Mersey derby in the league, and the one that will decide whether or not Everton are champions today, or whether they have to wait, or whether Liverpool can keep on the boil and snatch the title from them. A draw would be quite handy for Everton. They would then need just 4 points from the remaining 4 games to take the title. Liverpool must win this and hope that Everton slip up. And they got the best kind of start, but then Everton coming back with that free kick from Kevin Sheedy put the game right back in the melting pot. Everton caught offside there. Free kick to Liverpool. Craig Johnston wants to go back on the field. Minus his shin pad. Power beating rush. And Reid now battling on, and the whistle goes. A little elbow on Peter Reid, and his belligerence has in fact brought a free kick to Everton. You might just watch if anything develops between Craig Johnston and Kevin Sheedy too, because I noticed Johnston pointing a very accusing finger at Kevin Sheedy as he made his way past him.
I think the referee might have given a free kick there for the infringement after the ball was played, because he let the play go on, which would be very silly if Mulby or anybody else is doing things like that, the way Sheedy's just knocked the ball into the back of the net from a similar position.
Now he equalised from here. He's not going to put them in front. The wall better organised. But hearts must have been in mouths there, particularly this fella's. But they've survived. It's still 1-1. Reid and Power. And Johnston got in the block. Corner to Everton.
Reid has come into the game a little bit more now, and the short pass, he's not a good kicker of the ball really. He's not going to knock it over a long distance, but he does link it well up for Everton, and that's what he's done since they scored particularly. He's just getting behind the ball and keeping Everton going.
Snowden's corner, not terribly well directed. Up comes Ratcliffe, and it's back to Snowden. He's been largely an anonymous figure in this match so far. Power. And Moby. And Liverpool managing to extricate themselves from that. Whelan. Tackled by Snowden, and in goes Dave Watson. And Ronnie Whelan feeling the weight of the Everton challenges again. That was Dave Watson who committed the foul. Ablett. And Whelan was just caught wrong-footed there. Goal kick Everton.
Ablett is a little bit nervous. He's given balls today that last week he had much more composure on. But in the last instance there, it was Snodden who came in late on Ronnie Whelan, and then Watson backed him up from nowhere. Gave Ronnie a nice little whack.
Flag raised, ball out, throw to Everton. They wanted a free kick for a handball. In fact, that is what has been awarded. Ratcliffe. Stephen trying to get in round Ablett and succeeding. It's a goal kick. 10 minutes to half-time. Liverpool 1, Everton 1. Rush to Whelan. Too long for Johnston.
Well, I think the game has settled down more into a pattern now that Everton want. A little bit scrappy, and they've rather the early storm, and Liverpool were playing exceptionally well. Liverpool are not playing so well now.
Spackman up towards Johnston. Watson got there first. And Everton offside. There can't have been much in that. The linesman was right on the spot. Moby to McMahon. Johnston, Spackman. Poor return pass. Everton can clear their lines. Caught in possession. It's Heath and Clark, and Hooper down to save it in the near post. A moment of danger as Gillespie dwelt on the ball and was dispossessed. Ratcliffe, Sheedy, and up towards Heath, who's offside again. Adrian Heath, who's found scoring a little bit more difficult than he normally does in recent times. 15 goals for Everton this season. Well, he hasn't managed it, scoring that is, since March the 8th. Gary Stevens playing the ball forward. The throw goes to Liverpool. Played up early for Johnston. Laid back to Rush. And he thought Johnston had stayed there, but the little man hadn't, and the pass was wasted. Stevens again. And out off Ablett. The booze for Gary Stevens from the Liverpool following. He was the player who was involved in the incident in which Jim Beglin broke his leg in the Littlewoods Cup quarter-final. Snowden digging it out. And now Clark, Snowden again, and Sheedy offside. Venison to Rush. Now Gary Gillespie again. Won by Watson. Ablett. And Moby to Venison. Johnston. Taking on power. And the cross has reached Ablett. And Spackman. That wasn't very far away from the former Chelsea man.
Good chance from there. I think Stephen tried to head the ball for a corner kick and missed it. It fell nicely for him. Johnson did well there. Good deep cross. Good job. Southall probably had it covered from that position.
So what might have been a glorious moment, which to score your first goal for a new club, doesn't come to pass, and Everton have the possession back. Full power. Foul by Johnston. And it's given Everton a free kick. Kevin Sheedy. Hooper lost there. But Liverpool had enough men back to solve the problem. Sheedy showing determination. Hansen in command. Now Venison. Ball blocked by Heath. And a throw to Liverpool. And with about 3 minutes to play to half-time. Mike Hooper looking less than secure there, but the Liverpool defence had marshalled itself and the danger was averted. Bit of pushing, free kick to Liverpool. Ablett. Spackman. And no trouble in the end of the Everton defence.
I think Spackman should have done a lot better there. He's not quite a Liverpool player yet. No real composure on the ball. He's all energy. You've got to get hold of the ball sometime.
Fist went up there to play that ball from Dave Watson and was spotted by the referee. And that's a free kick to Liverpool. Hansen's free kick. This time Whelan handling the ball. Free kick to Everton. A minute and a half of normal time until the break. 1-1 it remains. And after the high standard has set itself at the outset, the game a little less frantic and less passionate it seems. The fire and the flare of the opening quarter hour not quite as much in evidence as the first half reaches its conclusion. Gary Stevens with the throw for Everton. And meat and drink to Liverpool. It's played for Venison. Johnston. Cut out by Reed. And he and Moby tangling. And Reed winning the free kick.
Well, I don't know if Johnson is suffering from his knock, but he's not doing much for Liverpool really, because he's getting a good supply of the ball. And apart from the one time he took on power, He's put Liverpool in a little bit of trouble. Very energetic, Johnson, but very brainless at times.
Play towards Trevor Stephen. Hansen sorting it out. Whelan on Stevens. And the ball goes out. Throw Everton. The game moves into added time at the end of the first half. Clark. Little knock there from Spackman. And Clark has gone down. Meanwhile, a free kick has been awarded to Liverpool, and the game continues. Clark is still down. Spackman. Mulby and Reid tangling with Mulby. And Peter Reid is going to get his name taken for that. I think that was on the cards all the same from the first moment Peter Reid put in a challenge. His first Mersey derby of the season. He missed the rest through injury, all 5 of them. And he's been charging about there like a Sherman tank. And on that occasion, he took too much out of Moby and got himself booked. So Peter Reid's name in the book, and Wayne Clark down, getting attention. And it appears to be the old hammer that's gone or injured. It would be sad for Everton if Wayne Clark were to be less than 100% mobile, and he certainly looks that at this stage. They'll hardly replace him before half-time. A minute and a half of added time gone. I think a little treatment required in the dressing room at half-time. Mulby takes the free kick. Stephen puts it out. It's a corner to Liverpool. 2 minutes of added time played. Quite a few stoppages in the first half. Injury to Johnston, the main one. Liverpool with a corner. Whelan near post on from Johnson, and Rush has scored. Straight off the practice ground, that one. And Ian Rush bags his 18th derby goal, and Liverpool will go in front.
Oh, what a great time to score. Again, it led from the free kick. Reid was a little bit silly giving the free kick away. But a beautiful floated free kick from Ronnie Whelan. Touched on. Great touch on by Jones. There's actually Watson had got wrong side, which was bad defended. There's no way he should have got wrong side of Rush in that position. He's trying to hook it away with his foot as Rush is just knocking into the back of the net.
Well, there's a little record on here, as all the papers were telling us this morning. Dixie Dean holds the record of goals scored in Mersey derbies at 19, and that was Ian Rush's 18th, and it's the last meaningful action of the first half. What a half it's been. The game bubbling into a marvellous start. A goal from Steve McMahon, a cracker after 9 minutes. Kevin Sheedy equalising with a free kick after 16. And then that goal we've just seen from Ian Rush there, leaving it at half-time. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. No half-time changes. Wayne Clark was out during the break, testing what appeared to be a hamstring injury. There he is with the physiotherapist, John Klinkard. That was a few moments ago. He went back in, they discussed it, and there he is, back on the field for the second half. So I think if John Giles had been managing Everton, he might well not have been out.
Well, he looks to be struggling a bit. He got involved at hurt in the incident with Ronnie Whelan just before the free kick leading up to the goal. And I don't see any sense in leaving him on the field if his hamstring is sore, because he'll make a sprint and it'll go all together on him.
Second half underway then. Liverpool all in red, playing from left to right. Barry Dennison trying to get Rush away. And now Johnston. McMahon. And away for a goal kick to Everton. 2-1 to Liverpool. That goal from Ian Rush just before half-time really setting us up for a cracking second half. Steve McMahon there getting the very first goal of the match after 9 minutes for Liverpool, and what a smashing goal it was. And then an equally good goal from Kevin Sheedy's free kick, making it 1-1, but Neville Southall has now seen Two go past him. 2-1 to Liverpool. Liverpool sorting out their problems. Even if they're not making too much progress. All the way across the back line. And again. And now Whelan finding some space for Ablett. It's for Rush, he's offside.
I think that was a position Ablett could have actually held the ball, but he's still a little bit nervous. He's only a young boy and he hasn't really settled into the game yet.
John Aldridge there in the white shirt. Seeing him in the week in Dublin. There's Kevin Sheedy. A rather speculative effort that brought nothing.
I think at this stage of the game now, Liverpool must remain positive and go at Everton as much as they possibly can, because that's the game, and they're much better than Everton when they are doing that. But what they mustn't do now is sit on the goal, because that's the worst thing that they could do. Let Everton back into the game.
This is Reid and now Stephen. Out off Ablett. Throw to Everton. Heath for Reid. Sheedy. Snowden. And Everton tries to do a Liverpool and tries open the home defence. Stevens, poor ball from him. Trying to retrieve the error. It's come towards Craig Johnston. Tagging with Power. The free kick has been awarded against Paul Power. And Ratcliffe together, down goes Spackman. Free kick against Everton.
There's another late challenge, and that's been going on for Everton scored the goal, in fact. A little bit silly, Ratcliffe coming in there and doing that.
Mulby looking for Whelan. And in towards Spackman. Whelan again. Cut out by Stephen. Heath, the only man up for Everton. Ablett up to Whelan. Busying himself about tidying up. And Venison caught in possession. Sheedy towards Clark. Goal kick. And Clark just feeling the back of his right thigh as he got up there. And that hamstring not 100%. Remarkable physical resemblance to his brother Alan. Sniffer from Leeds. And a good few years Alan's younger, of course. Whelan. Mulby. Venison to Johnston. It's a poorish ball from Craig Johnston. Sheedy. The challenge from Barry Venison was late. And Everton have a free kick.
I can't really see Clark finishing this game, and Kevin Sheedy doesn't look particularly fit either.
It's coming down towards Sheedy. Johnston again busying himself. The tidying up. There's offside here against Rush, which seemed a very dubious decision. And that's exactly what Ian Rush felt as well. But it appeared that he had definitely been played on by Kevin Ratcliffe. The linesman's there, that's his job, and the referee blows when the flag goes up. Spackman and Peter Reid seem to take the feet from under Nigel Spackman. The free kick awarded against Everton. Gillespie finding Ablett. And that's Snowden. And now Stephen. No offside here. And Heath and Hansen together. And the ball running free and no one there to take advantage. Taking down Moby. Free kick to Liverpool, and they can get some attention on to Alan Hansen. Tumbled down when challenging for that ball with Adrian Heath. Heath up and away, but Hansen in need of attention from Roy Evans.
Now he looks as if he is injured. He looks like he's done his knee to me. I think he stretched out to knock it back to this instant here. I think if you watch his left knee here as he knocks the ball away, I think Heath might just fall across it. Yeah. I think he's twisted somewhere along the line there.
The Liverpool skipper, not a man to let the knock show, but for the expression on his face, he's feeling that one. And the pain-killing spray has been applied. He will not want to leave the action. We'll see precisely how badly affected he is, or not, as the game progresses. Play can resume for that free kick. Heath having fouled Mulby. Snowden and McMahon together. And the free kick's been awarded against Steve McMahon. Rush. Whelan with Stevens in attendance. Ablett. Whelan again. Spackman. Hoofed away by Dave Watson. Again. Johnston. Southall coming to claim it. And in the end, no real pressure on him. 10 minutes of the second half gone. Liverpool still lead by 2-1. Paul Walsh doing the calisthenics. Johnson got the flick on there. But it was no real advantage to Liverpool. And this time he's a long way offside.
No way Johnson should be caught offside in that position. And Gillespie's had to knock it 40 to 50 yards, and he's just standing around there.
Clark fouled quite obviously by Gary Gillespie. Prevented from getting off the deck. And that is a free kick to Everton. Now, it's hardly the position for a Sheedy special, but Liverpool will no doubt have the jitters every time they see him in close proximity to the ball at a free kick. Mike Hooper beaten just once this afternoon from a free kick by Sheedy. And it is Sheedy to curl it towards Clark and put out by Hansen. He kept goal side of his man and was always favoured to get there first, but it has given Everton the corner. And Sheedy, of course, will take it from the right-hand side. Now John from Watson. Snowden trying to poke it through. Whelan clearing it. Ian Snowden, the man for the future at Everton, signed in a 4.5-year contract in January from Leeds. This is Paul Power in towards Heath. Snowden. Well, he drilled a hole through McMahon. Now Ratcliffe. Cut out by Gillespie. Power obstructed by Venison. Free kick again to Everton.
Liverpool have got to get hold of the ball. If they keep doing this, they'll give goal away, because Sheedy's very dangerous from the free kicks, and they've got to get a hold of the ball, particularly Mulvey now, who has been playing exceptionally well. And again, Johnson, when it comes to him, he's got to bring players more into the game.
Kevin Sheedy once more to take the free kick. Too close to Hooper, wasted opportunity. In fact, it wasn't that close to Hooper at all. But they'll still savour the goal, particularly if they should come back and level things up and maybe go on to win it. Everton bench there. Cast of thousands, among them Graham Sharp on the right, chewing the gum. Not fit enough to claim back his place in the Everton front line. Full ball from Mulvey. That's Heath towards Clark. Rather far to the right, but Heath has now come into the middle for him. And that's out off outlet for the corner. A sloppy piece of play by Jan Mulvey, giving Everton the chance to set up the attack, and they have the corner now. Wayne Clark to hover menacingly in the box. Adrian Heath there too, and the big man Dave Watson has gone up as well. Peter Reid. Sheedy again. Roll for Stevens, but what a poor ball. Rush showed too much of that to Ratcliffe, and it's back towards Reid. Sheedy. Watson, away by Venison. Back again by Power. Snowden. And Stevens. Reid wants it. Reid gets it. Tries to thread it through to Power. Power wouldn't go for him. And Venison was able to tidy it up. Quarter of an hour of the second half gone. And that goal from Ian Rush just before the break is what separates the sides now. Liverpool 2, Everton 1. So half an hour to go. Half an hour for Everton to come back and win this league title this afternoon. Or for Liverpool to hang on and make the Blues sweat a little longer. Whelan. hardly the tactic to be employed by a team that is overflowing with self-confidence. They are in front and on course for the result they need. Rush to Spackman, and he picked out Ablett well. Poor ball from Ablett. Seems certainly to be suffering from the occasion. Moby. And Venison. Moby. Throw to Everton. And now Moby up to Rush. McMahon going on ahead. Johnston in space here. Whelan and McMahon. And the blue shirts crowded in like bees around the honey pot, and that was the end of the chance. And now it's Heath for Ratcliffe, and he's not offside. And Hooper did what he had to do. Grobbelaar style, racing from his area. But now it's Trevor Stephen. And McMahon beating Snowden. And Power got in well. And the game coming back to the boil. But astute goalkeeping from Mike Hooper, saving the day there.
Good goalkeeping, came out well. I thought Ratcliffe was offside actually when the ball was put through to him. But Liverpool have come back into the game. Gillespie's been outstanding for Liverpool. Hansen's got a bit of a knock. He's really taken over the role now of looking after him at the back. He's been exceptionally good.
Rush on Ratcliffe, unfairly. And now Reid. Sheedy, Heath, no offside. Played to Clark, again played a little far to the right. And Clark in towards Heath. And off the post and away to safety. And it's still 2-1 Liverpool.
Great chance. Good ball from Clark. And if you watch Venison comes in here, I think he just gives Heath a little nick in the back just to put him off. Heath is a very good header of the ball. Look, he's just pushed into him just enough for him to put it wide of the post. Should have been a penalty, really.
But a goal kick it is. Snowden for Everton, and Liverpool crowding him out. Rush to Johnston. To McMahon, Snowden back and covering. It wasn't a particularly clever goal from Johnston. It's given Everton the goal kick. Reid for Heath. That's Hansen holding on. You seem to be waiting for the next challenge to come in. Well, in the end, he's won the throw. To do it again. Not in fact take a free kick. Ratcliffe. Venison did well to keep it in play, and he's won the throw. Trevor Stephen. Heath. And he couldn't keep it in play.
That ball from McMahon that he kicked out wildly there. He's a midfield player, and he should know now the game is going against Liverpool at the moment. And that's when he should have got hold of the ball. He's kicked it away, he's put Liverpool back on the attack again. And if you're a midfield player, that's what you're there for, to get the hold of the game and control it at the right time. Looks like the game's just going to get a little bit nasty again.
And it's Liverpool on the receiving end. Now Venison. Spackman. If that runs, it'll be Liverpool's ball. Throw in. Craig Johnston. Whistle goes, a little nudge there. Free kick to Everton. They're going to have to do it again because they weren't in quite the right place for that free kick. That's towards Trevor Stephen. And Stephen finding Sheedy. Wasn't who he meant to find, but it's Sheedy still there. And away by Whelan. Now Stevens. Breaking for power. And back towards Stephen. And Hooper again doing what he had to do. And the stand-in saves Liverpool. Now, back they come again, Everton. Rush dispossessing Sheedy. Rush being fouled. And a free kick to Liverpool. Here it is again, that incident.
Good ball, but if you watch Gillespie here, he's waiting around, waiting for somebody else to head it. In fact, it was a good header from Stephen, but Abbott losing the game if anybody's going to lose it for him. That's twice he's been cut out of position, and he's letting Stephen in there. He's very, very nervous, and he hasn't really settled down at all.
We're into the final quarter now as Rush tries to foul one in. Nothing coming of that. Goal kick to Everton. That's 24 minutes of the second half gone. That's a little more, almost 25. Leaving us with 20 to go. And Liverpool in front and hanging on grimly to their English League title. Of course, defeat for Everton doesn't mean that they've lost the championship. As Peter Reid put it before the game, this is like a cup final, only better, because it's a cup final that you can lose and still go on to win the prize. If Liverpool do win, Everton will need 7 points from their 4 remaining games to be absolutely certain of winning the championship. Whelan, too close to Southall. A draw for Everton today would reduce the requirement by 3 points, and a win would mean, because of their vastly superior goal difference, that no matter what Liverpool did, they couldn't be overhauled. Stephen trying to get around Ablett and finding a foot left in the way and getting a free kick.
I think Everton have got to get the ball out to Steve as much as they possibly can, because he's got young Ablett going now, and anything can happen from that side.
Gary Ablett, 21 years of age. What a torrid occasion for him to be involved in. Gary Stevens floating it across. There was some pushing in there. Wayne Clark said to have fouled Alan Hansen. Dave Watts it was who was on the end of it, but it wouldn't have counted anyway because the free kick had been awarded. And most of the singing still coming from the other end of the ground. That's the Kop. A bank, vast bank of fans behind Neville Southall's goal, who reckon their men are on course for victory today now. Gary Gillespie. Away it goes, straight to Gary Stevens. Heath now, little room for him. Spackman closing him down. Reid. And Clark. And his touch deserted him. But again, good goalkeeping from Mike Hooper.
Well, Liverpool are living very dangerously here. Again, Reid, very tenacious. That's good goalkeeping. Clark, I don't think actually got a touch to that ball. Got his body cross well and did it well, Hooper.
And of course, the confidence soars when you do something like that. And Hooper, I'm sure, firmly believing that anything he's going to do right. So the number to be worn by Ian Snowden now for Everton, number 10. Now Johnston. Back to Moby. Venison. No bother to the big fella. Gary Stevens going to scamper some to keep it in play. Craig Johnston showing the effects of an afternoon's toil. And now Reid. Ablett dispossessing him. Moby. And Rush. Lovely return. And Rush deprived by Southall. Super stop by the Everton keeper. That would have ended it. Lovely 1-2 as well.
Excellent play. Goalkeeper is first class here. It's not often that people stop Rush. He just got in quickly and smothered that shot well. Good Liverpool play though.
And here they come once more. Johnston. And Spackman making a mess of it and presenting it to Reid. Clark up the middle. Support from Heath too. That's for Clark. Hansen has come with him. And Johnston back too. And the impetus gone right out of the attack now. Liverpool able to clear their lines. McMahon. Another ball given away. Trevor Stephen. Heath. Crowded out. And again Liverpool sloppy. Trevor Stephen once more. Too close to Hooper. Quarter of an hour to go, and Liverpool refusing to surrender their championship. 2-1 the score then, and Everton with some way to go to claim the prize. Stevens trying to get Reid going. Hooper came and Hooper collected. Stevens to Reed. And now Heath. And that was an important touch by Ablett. Snowden. Away by McMahon. It's come to Dave Watson. Gary Stevens. Heath. Hooper up and punching. And now Snowden. And Stephen couldn't control it. And Mulvey does the right thing.
And Liverpool are living very, very dangerously. If I were Kenny Dalglish, I'd put somebody on at left back position very, very quickly. Ablett is getting caught wrong position all the time, and Everton's best attacks are coming down that right side. He's really struggling.
Corner then, Snowden taking it, Whelan heading away, and it's back into that left back position. Peter Reid against Nigel Spackman. Now Gary Stevens. Snowden beaten by Johnston. Johnston beating Power. And now Gary Gillespie. Rather dived over Ratcliffe, I felt. But the referee saw it otherwise. And it's given Liverpool a free kick in a very good position.
Good decision for Liverpool at this stage of the game, because Gillespie had made a good run. He didn't see Spackman down the left wing, which was the right ball. And I don't think he was fouled there. I think it was just tiredness in which he fell over. It was a good position for Liverpool now.
12 minutes to go, 2-1 up. And Kevin Ratcliffe wants attention. John Clinkard coming dashing from the dugout to attend to the Welsh international centre-half. It's been a remarkable game. A torrid encounter that we expected, most certainly, with its highs and its lows, peaks and its troughs. But two magnificent goals to set it underway. Steve McMahon from play, Kevin Sheedy from a dead ball, free kick, and then the goal that Dave Watson should not have allowed to be scored. Ian Rush stealing in for the header. 2-1 to Liverpool, and Kenny wants them to stay up that end. So who's going to try and pierce the Everton wall? From this position, Sheedy made it 1-1. Here comes Mulvey. And now Ablett. But it stays 2-1 to Liverpool. Gary Ablett's was the shot. Got his first goal for Liverpool last week. And they will have seen against Forest here. And away by Venison, up towards Rush. This time Rush doing the fouling. Free kick to Everton. The breeze begins to whip up a little bit. The clock shows 10 minutes remaining. Perhaps a little less. And it may well be that Everton's cup final is going to end in defeat. They're going to have to look somewhere else to win the championship. Goal kick to Liverpool. times. The Everton bench. Alan Harper thinking twice about having a look. Colin Harvey, good old Evertonian on the left there. And Mick Keaton, the coach. That was the compliment on the Everton bench. Wondering now if they're even going to get 1 point out of this. They came feeling they were good enough for 3. And the all talk of winning the championship was banished in the dressing room. They'll have to look elsewhere for that championship, it would appear, because 2 goals from Everton in the final 10 minutes looked like a tall order. Sheedy tried to curl one in there. Goal kick Liverpool.
And Everton are well on top at the moment, and really it's time to midfield players for Liverpool got a hold of the ball. Particularly McMahon, who was disappointing in the second half. Mulvey's done his fair bit. Spackman is energetic, and Ronnie Whelan has been very, very good in the way that he plays. But they need somebody to get hold of the ball, and McMahon is the one that should be doing it.
Heath down well for Snowden. Free kick awarded against McMahon. Sheedy on, and Venison putting it out. Corner to Everton. And Snowden curling in the corner. Watson nodding it on. Now Reid. Hooper punching. And the bounce beating Everton, and away comes Rush. Mulvey. McMahon.
Again, that's McMahon's fault. The outside left was in a great position there, and he didn't pick him off. And that's what he should be doing in that midfield position. Ronnie Whelan should never have received the ball where he did.
McMahon again. Straight at Ratcliffe, but the advantage going Liverpool's way. Now Rush. And Ablett. Whelan. Ablett on the overlap. And Rush with a chance. And Rush makes it 3. Defensive aberration on Everton's part, and the championship will not be won today.
That was absolutely brilliant stuff from Rush. Rush was involved in the build-up. He made 2 good passes, as you'd expect from a midfield player to make. So if you watch Ratcliffe here, when we show the replay, Ratcliffe got in a terrible position. But again, when watch Ratcliffe now. He should know where Rush be behind him in that position. See there? Then Rush looks as if he's lost, and he looks as if he's hit it, and that's where Rush is great. Extra pace, gets him there, commits the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper thinks he's going to get it, and he gets a little flick to it. Absolutely brilliant.
So 2 for Ian Rush, 3-1 to Liverpool, and the championship is still alive. 5 minutes to go. Cleared by McMahon. And now Stevens. Well, Ian Rush crowning his last appearance in a Mersey derby by equaling Dixie Dean's old record of 19 goals against the old enemy. And that really is remarkable. Stood for so many years, from a time in which defences were not as well marshalled as they are today, and that is testimony to Ian Rush's achievement. He'll go off to Juventus at the end of the season knowing he's as much of a Mersey legend as the great Dixie Dean, if there was ever any doubt of it. That's 38 goals in the season and 19 over the years against Everton, and none more important than today's, which have kept Liverpool in the title hunt. Although it must must be said, the odds still heavily in Everton's favour. For after this, they've 4 matches to play, while Liverpool have only 3. And there is still going to be a 3-point gap at the top of the table. And that gap will be in Everton's favour. They started here 6 points clear with a match in hand. They'll finish it almost certainly 3 points clear with a match in hand. There'll have to be another slip along the way if Liverpool are to get the title. But at least they'll know that they haven't allowed them to win it at Anfield, which would have been altogether impossible to stomach. Well, Ratcliffe left the foot there, and Moby ran into it, and there's a mark on his thigh to show for it, but the referee reckoning that Moby was a little over the top and going in on Ratcliffe anyway. Gary Stevens. Minutes to go. Liverpool 3, Everton 1. And again offside flagged when it didn't really look like it. Everton have a free kick. Liverpool did the double last year. They departed from the FA Cup at Kenilworth Road, Luton in the 3rd round, but they're going to make this championship run and run before they surrender, if indeed they do. But the champions-elect Everton on the wrong end of a 3-1 scoreline at Anfield as we move into the final minute of this match. The hero of the hour. "30 seconds. 30 seconds of a Mersey derby for him to play in. And then 3 more matches, and then Italia." Everton all offside. The 45 minutes have elapsed. We're now playing added time, and there can be little doubt that Liverpool are going to win on this day, and that the championship is going to have to continue past another hurdle or two. The referee's had a look at the watch and checked with the linesman. And we're now very definitely playing added time. And Everton's dreams of winning the league championship at Anfield have been shattered. Liverpool refusing to relinquish their hold on the trophy. Venison. Power going through McMahon. Being advised just to keep it cool for the final few seconds. A minute of added time played, and Liverpool in command, and sure now of their 3 points. And Mike Hooper certainly did nothing to let them down. A couple of very important saves he made, beaten only by Kevin Sheedy. And that is the conclusion. And Liverpool have got their 3 points. Kevin Sheedy's goal counting for nothing in the end, because Steve McMahon and Ian Rush twice have seen off Everton, and Liverpool will fight another day. The Kop salutes, and Ian Rush departs having equalled Dixie Dean's record in Mersey derbies of 19 goals against the opposition. But that statistic, less important on the day. For Liverpool have beaten Everton and the championship is still alive.
Yes, well, Liverpool is still there and they played well on the day. They weathered the storm in the second half, and again the difference between the two teams was the goal scorer and the rush. Absolutely brilliant to finish the game off. It wasn't quite as easy as it looked at the finish when Liverpool were playing the ball around.
So 3-1 the final score. What it means is Everton have 4 matches left and need 7 points from those 4 games to win the title. Liverpool have just 3 matches left, 3 points behind. It's really out of their hands now. Everton have the winning of it, but Liverpool have refused to submit. The final score from Anfield, Liverpool 3, Everton 1.